Well, that was a very, very shaky first half, but a good second half. And that led us to the victory. Here's the review. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Drew, better known as RockChalk01. And yesterday, when I were watching this, the third-ranked Kansas Jayhawks were back in Allen Fieldhouse to take on the Stony Brook Seawolves, and they got the win by a final score of 88-59. So KU moves to 3-0 on the season, and this was the last game of Jalen Wilson's suspension, so he'll be back for the next game. But you know what? These last 3 games that we played without him, I mean, shoot, we did pretty well, and honestly, I think we'll improve. But for this game, and for those of you who do not know, I give positives and negatives about the game. I give a player of the game and a player who needs to improve. So without further ado, let's jump into this. So let's take a look at some positives. And one big positive was KU's three-point shooting in the second half. Because in the first half, and we'll get to it a little bit later, is that it was non-existent. KU did shoot 8 of 18 from the three in the second half, which is 44%. But also, the rest of the game shooting-wise was pretty decent. Again, with the three-point numbers being a little bit varied. But KU did shoot 50% from the field, 36% from three, and 80% from the free throw line. The free throw numbers have gone significantly up since last year so far, and it's just been 3 games. But the free throw percentage has been much, much better. But most of my positives coming from this game is defensively, and also rebounding is another big thing, and also a little bit of scoring here and there. But let's start with the defensive stuff. And KU only allowed Stony Brook to shoot for the entire game just 38% from the field, 36% from three, and they went to the line 10 times and made 8 of 10, going 80%. But turnovers was another big factor. KU forced 14 Stony Brook turnovers, and KU only had 7. So another single-digit turnover outcome, and that led to a victory. KU out-rebounded Stony Brook 41-31 and I'm going to pull up my notes here. KU had 12 offensive rebounds to Stony Brook's 6, 29 defensive rebounds to Stony Brook's 25. Let's see, what else is there? Points off turnovers, KU won that battle 18-7. But another big factor was fast break points and points in the paint. That's kind of what led to KU's victory here. Fast break points, KU had 27, Stony Brook only had 7. And points in the paint, probably the biggest, was KU had 48 points in the paint to Stony Brook's 20. So a lot of good things happening there. To the negatives, and the big one was allowing Stony Brook to shoot well from the three in the first half, and we couldn't shoot threes in the first half. Those were big factors. So let's start with Stony Brook. We could not defend the three in the first half, and I don't know what was going on, just all around. But Stony Brook put up 13 threes in the first half and made 6, which was 46% from the three-point line, and that's what kept them in the game. They just kept chucking threes, and the lead would diminish. And Stony Brook had a 7-point lead at one point early in this game, because they made 3 threes in a row. So, but also KU shooting from the three did not help at all. KU did shoot 10 threes, but only made 2. So going 20% from 3 in the first half was a big factor on why the lead was not very comfortable in a way, because we only had a 6-point lead going into the break, and then things started to pick up later on. But yeah, just got to defend the three better in both halves and not just one. So Anyway, those are my positives and negatives. For the fourth time this season, and the fourth time in a row, which includes the exhibition, my player of the game is Ochai Agbaji. He had 25 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals in 30 minutes. And wow. Again, this was the game that I really thought that he was going to, simmer down and get closer to where his average was for most of his career, which was around the 13 to 16 point a game. But gosh, he got another 25-point performance and shot the ball well. 10 of 19 from the field, 4 of 11 from 3, and 1 of 1 from the free throw line. But yeah, he played really, really well. And again, I said a couple times that he could be the #1 pick. He actually leads the nation in scoring through the first 3 games with 26 points a game. So he's been playing out of his mind. He looks like the #1 pick in my mind. That's also biased, but everybody's been saying he looks like a lottery pick, and I don't disagree. Other people that I could have gave it to, David McCormick had 12 points, 8 rebounds, a steal, and a block. Christian Brown, 11 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists. And also Zach Clemens, 11 points, 6 rebounds, an assist, and a steal. And that's just in 12 minutes. So Zach played pretty well in the amount of time that he had. But in reality, I'm going to give it to Ochai because another 25-point performance and another good shooting night above 50%. That would deserve a player of the game nod. Player who needs to improve, Remy Martin. And this one was obvious. He just lost some confidence, in my opinion. Remy didn't score. He had 4 rebounds and 2 assists in 18 minutes. I don't know what happened. And him not scoring is kind of concerning. Because the first 2 outings he had, I think it was 11 and 15. I could be wrong on the numbers, but he scored double digits, and we won the games still comfortably, but he actually scored. This one was the first time he didn't score, and we still won by 29, so I think he just needs to get more comfortable because he only shot the ball twice and missed them both. So I don't know. That 0 in the point column is very, very, very concerning, and hopefully by the next game it gets fixed and he starts scoring in double digits. But yeah, that just was not a good night for him, and I think that just needs to be talked about in practice. So anyway, my player of the game is Ochai Agbaji. Player who needs to improve, Remy Martin. And that is going to do it for my review of KU versus Stony Brook. Again, the final score, Kansas 88, Stony Brook 59. Leave a like, comment, share, and subscribe. We are only 31 away from my 100 subscriber goal by the end of the year. Also push that notification bell and tell your friends about these videos. And I should see you again for the next KU review. And it's a football review as the Hawks travel down to Fort Worth, Texas to take on the TCU Horned Frogs. And the next basketball review will be when KU travels down to Orlando, Florida to take on North Texas in the ESPN Events Invitational. So, until then, have a good day. Never ever bring exotic dancers to the field house. And I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.